Morning and welcome to the Big Bear Yarns podcast. I'm Anna, the dyer behind Big Bear Yarns. I live in Essex in the UK with my sister, my 2 dogs and my cat. This is my podcast where I'll talk about anything I've been knitting, crocheting, reading, listening to, and things that are happening in my shop. This is episode 13. And I think I'll just get started. So I do have a finished item this week. This week we have the rose tea socks are complete, all woven in and blocked. Oh, dropping them. Oh, hold on, there's a giant book here. Oh. I'm just going to leave it. That normally is on the dining table, which is where you're sitting, for my laptop, partly because if I have to look down all the time, my neck just is done in. I can't do it. I'm too old to be looking down all day long on my laptop, and it's also a really old laptop, like 100% on its last legs. If it survives the year, I'd be astonished. So it overheats, so I have it propped up so the vent, sorry for wobbling, that was Dita crash banging into everything. Dita's my little white staffy. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see her quite a lot. She's a little Velcro dog. She's just got settled under the table now, so hopefully she'll be there for the duration. We're talking about socks, aren't we? Yeah, these ones are for my mum. Thumbnail. What should I say about them? Oh yeah, they are knit on 2.5mm DPNs. 64 stitches. I almost said 65 because I cast on 65 stitches, then lift the first stitch I cast on over the last stitch. Well, no, I lift the last stitch over the first stitch. So there's 64 stitches. She's not been as restful as I'd have hoped. 20 round cuff. I almost always do a 20 round cuff, although DT Pie, please stop. No, don't go. No, because you're just going to cause mayhem somewhere else. So just sit down here, sweet girl. There you go, sit down. No, she skedaddled in the opposite direction, so I couldn't stop her. Deal with whatever that was me that time. I couldn't even blame the dog. Yeah. I pretty much always do 20 rounds for the cuff, although I'm thinking I'm going to try doing a 30 round cuff because I want to see how that looks. Dita, stop it, baby. I could do that with a 1 colour sock. That'd be easy enough to do because I always have at least 50 grams left from knitting a full pair of socks. But I couldn't do it with like a 120 gram sock set because I always have just enough to do the toe. But anyway, back. Should I start again? No, I'm just going to continue. I really should start again, but I'm not going to. They were 50 rounds, I think 10, 20, yeah, maybe probably about 40 or 50 rounds for the leg. Then a heel flap and gusset, and it'll be 60 rounds including the gusset decreases for my mum's foot. These are all in my own hand dyed, which the rose tea main colour is not actually in stock right now on this base. It is in stock on my Sparkle 4-ply sock, which is a lot softer than this one. It's got slightly more merino in it and slightly less it's got the sparkle comes out of the nylon proportion, not the merino, and the merino actually has more merino. You got 3% more merino in this, in the sparkle. Yeah. So these were socks number 26 for the year, as I'm trying to do 60 pairs of socks in the year. So far, every month of the year so far, I've done 5 pairs of socks. These are the first ones for June. They're the only finished item I have this week. If anyone's interested, I don't do anything special to block my socks. I do prefer them when they're blocked because they are just a bit prettier. It evens out all the stitches and whatnot. I just have these, they're really cheap. They're actually terrible sock blockers. They're like breaking just from the act of putting my socks on them. These were from Amazon and they're appalling. They're just falling apart. Splinters coming off of them. I've been like sanding them down with my nail file to try and get them to last a bit longer, because I hate throwing things away if I can help it. Yeah, see here, it's actually like broken, like snapped. I don't know if you can see on that side, but you can on this one. Yeah, snapped there. So I'm going to try and use, I sanded this one down last week because it's really getting caught. And look at them all going like mouldy. Lovely. But I'll use them until they're actually broken, because they do block the socks, so they're annoying, but they work. So I'll use them until I can't, you know. Save the environment, don't buy things you don't need. I do have another, they come with 2 pairs in the set, but these ones are just too small. I suppose maybe if I suppose when my nephew is getting a bit older and he'll be wearing, I can knit him some socks, and he'll have like smaller feet for a while, won't he? So, although for being so thin, they're still very long, so I don't know if they're actually very good. Anyway, so I'll do all the socks and then I'll go into the other bits. There's not actually that much this week. I say, haven't really done 7 minutes and shown one thing. Okay, these ones will be done for next week. I'm just got the toe to do on those. These are, I've done first sock, it's all done. These are Cascade Heritage prints. Colour 128. This gorgeous green and blue. So yeah, they'll be done for next week. They were for me. They are for me, I think. Let me check. Yeah, they're for me. 2x2 rib, 40, I think, 30 or 40? 30. 30 rounds for the legs. So they're like summerish socks because they're not too long. Because I wear my hand knit socks all summer. Not the woolly ones, but like the soft merino ones. They'll be... Dita, please stop. Gosh, I'm like a total ghost just then. Bob, stop. Stop it, because every time I turn around and it focuses on my hair and I turn around, yeah, see? I've got to stop doing that. She's still doing it. Oh, Bubs, you're lucky you're cute. Sit down now. Sit down now and stop it. Stop. Oh yeah, so this is still the first sock, but I'm down to the toe. These ones. They're very pretty. Who are these for again? I don't know if you can hear that, you probably can't, but there's just a really annoying tapping noise coming from outside the house. I don't know if anyone else gets just irritated by noises, but I definitely do. So these are 60 rounds, so they'll be for my mum, probably, I think. Let me just check where I've got to with my yarn. Yeah, this is such a long repeat. Let me show you what the yarn is. This is Stylecraft Head Over Heels, I think. Yeah, Stylecraft Head Over Heels All Stars. In the shade Saltaire, which is 3917, but I actually think this is a discontinued yarn, so I don't think you can get it. But it's got such a long repeat. So we started with purple and yellow, and we haven't got back to purple and yellow yet. We're at yellow, but then underneath the yellow it's pink. To get back to the purple and yellow, we've got to go through like all of this. So I was wondering if I was going to do the toe in the vanilla cream colour yarn, but I think I can just do the whole toe in this and still just be at the beginning of the repeat. I think. But look how long that repeat is. I don't actually like it that much when the repeat's too long. I don't know why. I think because it doesn't change colour often enough. Maybe. It's pretty though, it is pretty. So therefore my mum. There onto the toe. Oh, I'll be careful with that bag, because if Dita goes kicking about as she is wont to do, then those needles will be snapped into pieces. Dita, can you stop? Just stop for a bit. Lay down. If she keeps going, I'm going to have to be a little bit harsh with her, because she'll scratch her side until she bleeds. So it will sound like I'm being really mean, but it is for her own good. And this one is down to the toe. I've got a lot of toes to do this week. Down to the toe. These are my own yarns, but this one is a discontinued one that, I don't know, I dyed it once at the very beginning of my dyeing, so I don't think I could replicate it even following the instructions, because when I first started as well, I didn't really know how to write down properly what I was doing. Pardon me. These are Knit Pro Zing 2.5mm, as they all are. 2x2 rib. I'll go into more detail of these next week. Although I think I already have gone into detail, but I suppose there might be new people. Those ones, hairs in my eyes. My own hairs in my eyes, not anything else. Oh yeah, so I've done the whole of sock number 1 of this one. Okay, so let me see if I can remember. Oh, I'll move my legs. I'm too old to sit in one position for that long. Okay, so this one, the cuff, is Little Big Craft. I think the colour is raspberry, maybe. It is merino cashmere nylon, but I don't know the ratios of that, the percents. This one is the Woolyback. Again, I don't know the colour for this one. Distracted from it. What is that? Concentrate. bad idea to have a window right in front of me. The Woolyback. Oh, that's actually coming out very true to colour today. But it was a birthday gift. It is a BFL nylon 4-ply sock. This is my own colour. This is Lavender Lemonade. This is my own colour. This is the pink from, oh, I was going to show you in a bit, but I'll show you now. The pink from one of my Christmas sock sets. There's a scrap left behind from the samples I made, and then it just follows all the way down. So, be nice scrappy socks for me. They're for me because this was a birthday gift, so I thought I should knit the socks for myself. I haven't cast on sock number 2 yet, but that's for today. And hopefully these, at least the minis, the really like contrasty colours, will be able to be put into my granny blanket soon, my granny blanket wrap thing soon, so I can get that finished. Because I've got ideas of what I want to do for my next scrappy blanket. Okay, so now we have Jenny of Oldstones, which is my own colour. So, full disclosure, look at it. I can't get over how pretty this has knit up. Oh, it's blown out. There you go. Look at that. It just perfectly like represents what I picture when I listen to that song, Jenny of Oldstones. Like, I don't know. You have to listen to the song and tell me if you think you can see these colours with that. So I've done, as I had last, I had last week, I'd done sock number 1. This is what I've got left of my cake. And I'm down to the heel flap. I've done the first row of my slip stitch heel. But look at those colours, aren't they just pretty? Sometimes like you dye something and it's just exactly as you imagined it, and like in the skein it just looks fantastic, and then you knit it up and it still looks so good. Oh gosh, let's see if we can, there we go, a little ghost arm blowing everything out. Yeah, so this should be hopefully done for next week, but we'll see. Oh yeah. I don't bother telling you about like project bags and stuff because none of my project bags are like proper project bags. They're just bags. Oh no, I'm blowing out really badly now. So I think I hadn't finished this sock last week. This is for my mum. I think she'll like them. They are they a Stylecraft as well? They might be a Stylecraft too. They don't feel like a Stylecraft because the other Stylecraft, the Saltaire, the pinky one, that one's quite smooth. Like it feels like there's a softer wool in there. Whereas this one does feel quite rustic. It feels like a West Yorkshire Spinners. Yeah, head over heels, Walking in Nature Stylecraft. The shade 3117 Dilly Dally. And I decided to knit it the whole toe in the repeat because the repeat is very short on this one, which I quite like. I got 2 and a bit repeats of the colour in this sock. And I just had to wind off this little nugget to get back to the colour. So I've done the cuff and I'm just onto the leg. So Knit Pro Zings, 20 rounds of cuff, 2x2 rib. Hopefully I should do, because I'm intending to have some new socks on the needles this week, so I don't keep showing it the same thing every single week. So hopefully I'll have 3 new pairs of socks. Because I'd also like to get through this basket of scraps that I've put aside for, this month, because I haven't started any of the socks for this month. I've still got a pair from last month I've got to cast on. Oh yeah, these are my own yarn, again, full disclosure. Just do a bit of untangling. Oh, it's the needle, it's caught it. Go. So these are Addy premium needles. They are 10 centimeters. Oh, they're less than that. Oh, I've got the thing here. I wasn't actually even being prepared. This is just because I haven't tidied up. Yeah, they are Addy premium 10 centimeter, 2.5 millimeter. And they are short. But I do like knitting with them, as I've said a few times. So we've done the cuff. This is all sock 1, not sock. I'm not even near sock 2 yet. The cuff in the purple. Then we've done the leg with this. Is it gonna? Maybe that's better. And then we're back onto the foot, and I'm trying to decide how I want to do the foot, because I could do that for my mum or my sister, because they are the sort of yarn she would wear. They're merino, so she would wear those. My older sister. My younger sister doesn't get any hand knit socks because she doesn't wear them. And every time I say that on the podcast, if my mum or my older sister or my mum watch it, they're like, oh, I'm not being mean, it's just true. I've knit her 3 pairs of socks and she doesn't wear them. So I don't think it's a mean thing to say that. I think it's meaner to not wear the socks. I can say it as well because I can pretty much guarantee she's not going to watch my podcast. She won't be watching. Yeah, so I'll show you next week. I'll probably be kind of what I feel like or it will also depend if I forget that I intended to do something like with the contrast colours on the foot, which is very likely. It's very likely I'll just pick this up one evening and just keep knitting. That does sound like something I would do. So we'll find out next week if I remember that I want to do something different with those. Most likely I'll forget and I'll just be knitting it, and by the time I remember it will be too late. I'm gonna have a sip of water, pardon me. So that's all my knitting that I've worked on. Yes, the only other things, I've done some crochet, so I wanted to do 3 more colours, as I said, so 9 squares for my granny square cardigan, and I've done a lane. No, this is, maybe it's too tap there. Oh yeah. Okay, this is not going to be possible. that's pretty close to a colour, it is, but you can't see the lovely speckles. So Elaine, then I did Nesta, and then I did the Surreal. I think they've all come out pretty, no, they're actually not that similar, are they? I thought they were a bit more similar. I mean, they're similar enough. So I've done those 3 colours I've added, and I've started blocking them. So I've blocked Weaver's Cottage, I've blocked Amran, and I've blocked Elaine. They're 5 inches. 5 inches by 5 inches. I can only block 3 at a time at the moment because I don't know where all my T-pins have gone to, and I've got exactly the number to block 3 of my squares at a time. But luckily I'm not doing them that quickly, so I'll get these done next. Pin them, spray them with water, and then let them dry, which is what I do with my socks as well, FYI, for blocking. I just put them on the sock blocker, spray it with cold water, press it like in a little bit gently, and then let them dry. And it's blocked. So that's what I just have doing with these ones. The difference between blocked and unblocked is that. But hopefully I'm getting there with these anyway. So I've got 6 more colours to go. So in the next 2 weeks I should get all of the, so I've got such an itchy nose today, the pollen is going crazy here. But itching my nostril is not actually making the itching any better, so I'm going to try and ignore it. So I should have all these coloured squares done in the next 2 weeks, maybe earlier, but I'm aiming for 3. Oh, just a spider going across the ceiling over there. For a second I thought it was going to be a big one, but it was only a small one. Yeah, I want to do 3 a week because I want to try and do other things as well. I don't want to be just doing just the granny squares for the cardigan, because I feel like if I do that I will just burn myself out and I will get bored of it before I actually finish doing all the squares, and I'll just have a whole load of granny squares sitting there. So I've done that, and I've also done a bit, not a lot, I've done 10 rows on my crochet cardigan. It might be a bit much calling it a cardigan right now, but it will be eventually a cardigan. Right now it's just get that loop big enough so it doesn't unravel, because these takes a while. So I've done that amount, which isn't insubstantial. It's what, like 2 inches, 1.5 inches? So I'm getting there with my back panel. Maybe like the back panel of a long cardigan. I think it's gonna be quite pretty. It shows up a lot more variegated on camera, but yeah, so I should be done with this. I'm going to try and get at least 10 rows of this done every week, so again I can get this ready to be worn, because I need some cardigans. I've got loads of yarn left for this. This is a lace weight. Do I have the tag in here? I do. Look at me being organised, sort of. This is from the Yarn Collective, which is Portland Lace Merino Wool. The colour is Peruvian Skies, which is 203. I'll show you it, but I think this is a discontinued yarn as well. I bought this quite a while ago on sale, like quite a steep sale as well. I think it must have been a clearance sale. I didn't realise at the time. It's lucky I bought so much of it though, because otherwise although you get 860 meters per 100 grams, so I probably got way too much anyway for this cardigan. Do I hand wash it as well? That's alright. Although it's actually kind of a good thing you have to hand wash it, because this yarn really like is bleeding on my fingers when I use it. It's I don't know if you can see, it's like after doing my like a couple of rows, my fingers look like, I don't know, I've been like cleaning out a fireplace. So this is being done with a 2.5mm crochet hook, half double crochet. I'll do probably like maybe like a blog post or something once I've done it, that you can see how I've done it. Oh, Bub, you're so cute. You're a good girl. Stay there. I won't be too much longer. I'm almost done. Oh, 30 minutes. I am almost done. Yeah. So they're the things I'm working on, and I've got some things I will be working on soon. I'm going to do my sister. I showed you a few weeks ago a big stripy cut crochet cardigan that I have, that I love because it's like a big blanket. It's like a blanket cardigan jacket. It's so big and oversized. To me, it's a bit too oversized for me, so I'm gonna make myself another one which will be smaller. I'm gonna do it, I think I'm gonna, cause I got the pattern from a magazine, a crochet magazine. I've looked through my enormous library of crochet magazines and I cannot find that pattern. It's just gone. So, but it's a pretty basic pattern as far as I remember. It's like you start at one sleeve, you crochet up, and then that's like you seam it together in, for me now, having been crocheting for a lot more years now, there's too much seaming. So in this pattern you do like front half, including like from cuff to here, that one, you do the same for the back, so you do 4 pieces. So for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count the number of chains I chained, and I'm going to make my one with a 4-ply and just do the same number, so it'll be smaller. But for my sister, she wants it to be the same like width along the back, but slightly shorter arms, because she has to fold the arms up a few times. So I'll probably just cut out a few of the colour repeats, like maybe 1 or 2. I'll lay it out and measure it. But I'm going to have to sort of like just work it out from the finished product. I think I was saying product and project, which just became nothing. Yeah, so I'll be working on, because I want to gift her one. I hope you can't hear my stomach rumbling. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do her one for her birthday, which is in September. She's picked out some lovely colours. I'll show them to you next week, because I'll probably have started it then, because her birthday is in late September, like just past mid-September. And I want to try and have it done before the end of August, because I'm such a last minute maker. I always just think, oh, I've got so much time, I'll get round to it, I'll do it, I've got ages. And then it's like, I've got an entire adult garment to make in 3 weeks. So I'm not going to do it to myself this time. I'm going to start this week. And I'll show you what I'm doing and the colours she's picked. They're all colours from my stash. So it'll be stripy, vertical stripes. And I'm going to do myself one, but I'm doing that in 4-ply, and that's again from stash. And I'm going to be making my sister also for my mum. My mum's commission, she's going to buy the yarn and pay me for making the garment. One of these, my spring and autumn jumper, which is my own pattern. I'm gonna make my sister one of those for her birthday for my mum to gift her in black. She wanted the dark blue, but I said we can't have the same colour jumper. It's just, I'm not doing it. And then she said, because anyone that knits and crochets knows, knitting and crocheting with black yarn is not the easiest thing. So she was like, I would like it in black, but I know that that's not the best like colour. So I said, you know how much I love you, that I'm going to make you a whole garment in black. It's not going to be so bad because we're heading into summer, so it's not like it's going to be like really dark nights and things. I think it'll be fine. I might regret it, because there was also another colour which was like a rust colour, because I'm going to make it in this same yarn, which is Drops Cotton Merino, because she likes the texture of it. And then I'm going to buy myself, June is meant to be a no spend month for us, but in my defence, I want to make myself some more wearables that I know I will wear, and I love this jumper. This is such a comfy garment. It really does just, it's just perfect for me. So I was looking on Wool Warehouse, which always leads to problems, and they have their Drops Fiesta, which is their DK sock yarn. They have that on sale for like £1.60 for 50 grams, and it's the same meterage as the Drops Cotton Merino, so it will come out the same size. So I was having a look through, and there's at least 2 colours. There's a lot more colours I would like, but I'll get enough for 2 jumpers, and I can get more for one. Oh, the magpie's back. No, don't be distracted by the magpies. I love the magpies. I don't know if I've said that before, I probably have, because I'm a bit obsessed with them. There's one that I don't, do you want to know? You're going to know. I'm going to tell you. There's this one that comes in, he's a massive male, and he's got this like growth around his eye, so I always know it's him. I call him Kim. I give him peanuts, which he likes. Yes, I'm going to get 2 jumper quantities and make 2 jumpers this for winter. They'll be woolly. So I haven't used Drops Fiesta. If anyone's used Drops Fiesta, is it very woolly, or is it like Drops, does it feel like the Drops, what's this one called, Fable? Does it feel like Fable? Because if it feels like Fable, I can wear a garment in that, no problem. Yeah. If it does it, is it more woolly if you've used it than Fable? So yeah, I'm going to be doing those, and I've got another pattern, because you might notice my backdrop, oh, this one's really, these, oh, where am I going? There we go. These ones are ugly. They are these little 25 grams of acrylic yarn, which I bought on a really, really good discount. They were like 30p per thing, per 25 grams, not thing. So I've got loads of them that I need to use up, and I will be. I'll be working through all of it. These are all my socks yarns that don't fit in my cubby over there. That tells you what my overspill is, because like I said before, I want all of my sock yarn, my commercial sock yarn, to fit into one cubby. And I've filled, I mean filled, like pushing it down and shoving it in there, the other cubby. And then it's in this one too now. And as you can see, it's extremely full. But I won't be buying any more sock yarn for a while. Only for jumpers. The Fiesta doesn't count because it's not going to be used as a sock yarn, it's going to be used as a garment yarn, so it doesn't count. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. I'm not gonna, I mean, if there was a bit left, I could do myself a pair of socks with them, but that's not the intention. Okay. So I'm also have been, oh yeah, what I was going to say was I've redone my organisation here. I can go through it at some point if you're interested in a bit of a stash tour. I don't know if you are. But I moved all my cotton from here to this one at the end because I want to have a look through it to see exactly what I've got, and I've got quite a lot of quite a few colours. So I'm going to be making some summer garments because I need to use up. I want to have, by the end of this year, by the end of summer hopefully, have used up all my cotton yarns. Not the cotton merinos, the actual like cotton yarns, like I've got a lot of the DMC Natura, which is a lovely soft, it's a mercerized cotton, so it's very smooth. I've got quite a lot of that. I've got Drops Paris, Drops, what is it, Drops, what is it called again? Cotton Light, which is cotton and I think nylon. So I want to use loads of that up, all of it, and I'm going to make dishcloths and face cloths and stuff with all the other really crunchy yarn. Some of it is not wearable yarn. You do what you want with it. If you can make something that you like to wear out of Lillian, like sugar cream, I don't know what that's called, I can't really remember, sugar and cream, something like that, you know what I mean, then go for it, but it's not for me. So I was looking on Lovecrafts and there's this top I want to make. I might seam the sides up a bit more than they have on the pattern, just because, you know, oh sorry, you've probably got to caught a glimpse of that reflection of the other side of the room where I've been ripping everything out of my drawers to reorganise it. And if, I don't know about you, but when I reorganise, I have to pull everything out to reorganise, which means it always gets so much messier before it gets neater. But it will be neater again by next week. So yeah, I'm going to do myself one of these tops because it's really comfy for the summertime. I think it's like a moss stitch. So I'm going to use, this is a DK pattern, I think. This is a Paintbox Yarns free pattern. It's completely free on Lovecrafts. And it uses a DK cotton mix. So I was going to pull out, I've got quite a lot of DK. I've got several colours of I've got the Drops Cotton Light, I've got white. I'm not really much of a white, like wearing white. I don't know why I bought it. Because I chose it. I don't know why. I think because I'm so pale, like I've put on a lot of colour, so I don't look so pale today. I always just feel like white's a bad choice, but then I wear black, so I've got a black one. I'll have a look at what I've got enough to do with it, because it says out for my size I'm going to do the size 4, which is for the, no, size 5. I'm going to do the size 5, I think, which is 4 of it, but I think it's 100 grams, the yarn. I think it says on the pattern bit. Let's see. Yeah, so the paint box yarn is 100-gram balls, whereas the everything from drops basically is maximum 50 grams. So I would need 400 grams, so I need 8. So I need to find something. I've got 8. I also need to check like the yardage. Well, I say yardage because I always hear people say yardage, but I check meterage. I check the meterage of the yarn and work it out. Maybe try and have like, maybe pick one that I've got 9 or 10, just in case. So I'm going to be doing that one. And there's a few other patterns I'm having a look at, but I'm thinking a couple of them I could probably just work it out myself, maybe. My stomach is grumbling so much. I need to finish because I'm getting so hungry. So that's basically what I've been working on and what I will be working on. Let me tell you what I've been reading. I haven't been reading anything much really. I've read a bit more of my The Things We Water. I'm dragging it out because I'm enjoying it so much, so it's going to be a while before I finish it because I'm really trying to savour the slow burn while it's slowly burning. I finished listening to A Curse Carved in Bone, which was the second book in the, I don't know what's it called again, Saga of the Unfated. So number 1 is A Fate Inked in Blood, and book 2 is A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. I listened to them and I wanted again to drag out the listening because book 2 was so good. Book 1 was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I downloaded book number 2 within like a week of it being released. I liked it. Book 2. I don't know why more people don't talk about Bjorn, because he's like the perfect male main character. He actually has a point of view as well in this book. The first book is just Freya, the female main character. Sorry, the spider's coming over here. I don't know why. Oh, it's one of the jumping spiders as well. Okay, don't think about it. Look at it. Don't freak out. No. Yeah, Bjorn is the perfect male main character. He is, I don't know why he's not up there with like the top, you know, the book boyfriends people talk about, because he is just bedecked in green flags. He's great. He's a big, handsome, God-blessed, tattooed Viking warrior who's just like, for the female main character, just green flags. I loved it. It was great, and there was spice in it, but the spice was just speckled in. It was just seasoning for the main story, which is how, for me, I'd prefer the spice to be. I think that's better. And then I've started listening to The Witch Collector by, and I'm not sure how to say this. It was at the beginning of, I'm listening to it. So at the beginning of the audiobook, they did say her name, but I don't remember. So it's either Charissa or Charissa. Could be either. week's The Witch Collector, which so far, I don't know how many hours I'm in, but I'm in quite deep. I would say like hip deep in it so far, and it's very good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not going to say anything about it because I feel it's something, I don't want to give any spoilers away for anyone who'd want to read it or listen to it, because it's very entangled, I think. But I'm enjoying that one, and I've been reading, which I shouldn't be, because I should just be reading Things We Water and Iron Flame, which I've purchased, but I've been I've been reading another fan fiction, Draco and Hermione again. This on Instagram, you get these people who have they do the reel that's about the story. It gets me every time. I'm not so into the one-shots. I'm not such a short story person, but this one is called Echoes in Time by Emeralds in the Dark, and nearly dropping things. See that? Echoes in Time. It's not the best one. I'll give it that. I don't know, I feel like the person writing it is not English or like British or from the British Isles, just because some things that just feel like some like names for things are not what we would call them, and some of the descriptions used for like to put emotion in just don't make sense. But overall, I'm enjoying it. But it's not the best written of the fan fictions I've read. But I'm reading it, so that means that there is something about it. I think that is all the things. I'm sorry if you can hear anything, but they are now collecting the dustbins from outside. Yes, that is all I was going to show you. I'm still not listening to City of Souls and Sinners by Kayla Edwards. I still got it in my library, but it's not even loading. Right. It's just not doing. I might even return it because I'm only like an hour into it, and it's no good. I really thought it was going to be good. It's such a disappointment because in the first book, what are their names? Darian and I can't remember. But no, I think I'm going to return it because I'm also running out of my Audible credits, and I think that this Witch Collector series, which has 3 books currently in it, is going to be good. So that is everything I've been reading and listening to and knitting and crocheting. We are watching Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton, John Hamm and Demi Moore. I can't remember what the other actors and actresses' names are. It's very good. Where we've got 2 episodes left, I think, but very much enjoying that. We're reaching the end of Parenthood as well. We're like halfway through the final season, and we watched Gladiator 2 on the weekend, which was It was fine. That's the best compliment I can give it, to be kind. It was fine. Pedro Pascal. I mean, it's not fair because right now in my head he can't really do any wrong, so Pedro Pascal's character was very good. The mother, very good. I can't remember what her name is. Denzel Washington, he was good, but he felt like he was just Denzel Washington, like just an American in ancient Rome, which kind of took you out of it a little bit. The ending as well fell a bit flat for us. Just, I would, like, Gladiator, watched numerous times. I love me a Swords and Sandals film. Swords and Sandals, I'm in. I generally don't need much more information. We're doing like a sort of Swords and Sandals, medieval, Viking. I'll give it a go. But this one, Gladiator 2, I wouldn't watch it again. At least not for probably a couple of decades. It also, I didn't like that it sort of, retconned the first film. Because it basically made Russell Crowe's character into a cheater, which kind of feels odd because the entire film of Gladiator was based around how much he loved his wife and son and how loyal he was to them. And then it turns out he wasn't. I don't like it. That is everything I've been watching. And I'll just show you, I haven't got any new yarn to the shop this week. Because I didn't get around to buying it. But I do have a sale on, only if you're in the UK though. I do have some discounts for multi-buys, so it can be spread across any of my yarns. So if you spend a certain amount, if you're in Canada and the US, you get a percentage off the whole order. So I think it's $100 US and you get 15% off. In the UK at the moment, I always have, if you spend £80 in my shop in the UK, you get 20% off. And at the moment I also have a 20% off sale on my Christmas yarns for Christmas in July. So you can buy them now at 20% off to knit in Christmas, for Christmas in July. So this one is my Christmas tree sock set, which is this lovely dark green. And then you've got the pink and yellow and purple. And it's meant to be kind of like, you've got the Christmas tree, you've got the warm lights, you've got the like tinsel and decorations. So Christmas tree sock sets are in the shop, 20% off. Then we have River, which is also included in the sale. I have a few Christmas tree left, but I did sell one over the weekend, and they are one of a kind, so once they're gone, they're gone. We've got River, which is on Sparkle and Merino sock, both 4-ply. They come out slightly differently just based on the fibre content being different, and the length of the way the Sparkle is like in the hank is different than the merino sock. The merino sock, it takes up a larger area, whereas the Sparkle is a much smaller hank and thicker, so the distribution is just slightly different, but based on that. River, which is the feeling I get listening to Joni Mitchell's song River. I wish I had a river I could skate away on, which is one of my favourite Christmas songs, even though it might be a bit depressing, but I love it. What can I say? I'm a goth girl at heart. We love a bit of, like, you know, misery. I've got 2 of these left. and I'm not I won't, oh, none of the ones that are repeatable like River will be back into the shop until at least October time. So I've got 2 of each of these. So I've got 4 River, 2 Sparkle, 2 Merino, and they won't be back once they're gone from the shop this summer. They won't be back in until we're approaching Christmas time. Same with In the Bleak Midwinter, which is a blue and like purple speckle. I'll try and get you to see. There you go. It's like dark blue and light blue speckles. In the Bleak Midwinter. I have 2 of these. Again, just 2. Won't be any more until later in the year. Then we have Christmas Jammies sock set. Which is a 120 gram sock set. The main skein, which is 100 grams, is a micro striping if you do it in socks, because it's intended to be a sock set. So this one does micro stripe, where you should get a nice deep red, and then the speckle, because if you can see, the half of the skein is full of pops of colour. Then you've got this deep blue, which just reminded me of, like, you know, those tartan Christmas jammies, you know, like the red and blue tartan. And we've got Christmas 2024 mini skeins, where you get 6 mini skeins. You get this pink, a blue, you get a dark blue, which is half dark blue, half light blue, so that will micro stripe that one. And then there's a red and a purple. This one is completely unrepeatable. They're just, I popped them in a pan, thought about what I wanted, and just chucked in the dies. So they are one of a kind, limited edition. I have a few of those left. And then the last one is Classic Christmas, which is a, what is it, 110 grams, I think. 50, 70, yeah, 110 gram sock set, where you get this classic, like, oh, there we go, that's better. You get like a classic red 50 gram skein. You get this deep blue. You get this lovely green and this golden yellow. Just sort of reminds me of the classic Christmas colours. Like when you go into somewhere like Waterstones and they have the that bold, slightly warm coloured wrapping paper that you can get. That's what it reminded me of. And that's all the Christmas yarns I have left, because I don't dye them any other time of year apart from in the lead up to Christmas. I sometimes want to dye River other times of the year because it's fun to dye, because it's one of those ones that does come out slightly, it comes out differently for every batch, because the dye process is just, well, there's so many colours that go into it to begin with. It's, well, you've got the blue, I don't think there's some more, do I? We've got about 10 colours that go into it, most of it speckled. So yeah, they're 20% off right now until the end of June. And I've got a few new colours that will be coming to the shop soon. I've got, I won't tell you what their names are yet, just in case they go wrong. Well, I'll tell you anyway. One of them is going to be Blackthorn Tree, from the Hosier song, the line, "If I was a blackthorn tree, I'd want to be held by you, felled by you, fuel the pyre of your enemies." So I didn't realise that a blackthorn tree is a sloe tree, where like you pick your sloes to make your sloe gin. Those beautiful blue, like matte berries. Yeah, that's a blackthorn tree. So I've got some pretty strong colour ideas in my head for that. Blackthorn tree. And the other one, it's still just simmering in my creative juices. Oh, that sounds disgusting. I apologise for saying that. That was an appalling way to phrase that. That was awful. I apologise. I'm thinking about the colour choices for the next one, which is going to be called If I Was a Worm. You know, from the question women have been posing to their husbands and boyfriends, would you still love me if I was a worm? So those two will be coming to the shop soon, and I'm over an hour. So I will probably be dyeing them this week, but it depends how hot it is in the kitchen. I've got, oh no, I'm going to leave it here because I could just go on. I shouldn't do that. So I will see you, yeah, let me concentrate. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, I thank you, because it was a bit rambly, I think. Thank you for all my new subscribers, and thank you to everyone who has remained subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Sometimes I can be a bit slow about responding to comments, and I'm trying to be better, but I really do appreciate all of them. So I will see you next week. Goodbye.